What's up, guys? Welcome back to the second take of 2015. Now, this is the much anticipated. A lot of you guys were asking for this. This was a look back at all of the blockbusters, basically everything that drops in 2015, movie-wise. I'm joined by
It's your boy Sam here
from Body Fools, and
this is Mo.
I'm joined by.
You're who?
I'm joined by.
Oh, I thought you said your name's Joanne Bai. I was like, what? Danny.
And me, Eddie Reese Antonio. So, let's get into this. Alright, January 9th saw Inherent Vice, Selma, Taken Free, Predestination. Did you see any of those? I remember seeing Inherent Vice. A lot of people championed Inherent Vice. We get to see that. Inherent Vice, I wasn't a fan of. It had a lot of big thumbs up on the indie circuit, but I gotta admit, I wasn't feeling that.
Did we go to see that?
Yeah.
I got such a bad memory of it.
It was the one that was based in the 70s. That detective story with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, that!
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Yes, a lot of people love that film.
I have not seen it, but I would watch it for Joaquin Phoenix because he's generally quite good in most
He
things
is,
he does.
and he is good in the film. I have to say that he is really good in it. But as a whole, it's like
We walked out like somebody had just shot us in the face. As far as I'm concerned, the most boring. Was it 2 hours?
That was it.
30 minutes.
It was boring. This is Paul Thomas Anderson, like one of the geniuses of the big screen. Did The Master and a whole ton of others. So to think that he was responsible for this snooze fest.
Mo, I think, didn't I say to you afterwards to go watch it, or you have no
Did
memory?
you?
I have no memory
Yeah,
of
because
that.
I don't like Mo, so I decided to go watch it
it's
because
what you
it's
do,
so
it's what you do.
it's so bad.
So what about Selma then? Give me your opinions on that. That made a lot of waves. Made a star out of that director. You ain't convinced. So you reckon it didn't deserve? Everyone's saying that it should have been up for Oscar awards last year.
Performance-wise, was it any better than any of the other films? No, definitely not. And I'm talking like historical black movies. No, it's not. Selma for me it wasn't accurate enough. I think they smoothed over the image and.
But was it a good film?
It was a good film. It wasn't a great film. If it was more grittier and it showed more grit to what they actually went through.
So they were trying to make him look too good, you reckon?
That and the level of what he encountered definitely I think was played down a little bit. And the amount of cheating he did.
Okay. Yeah. There was a lot of stories about that. He got around that boy. But you also saw Tekken 3, didn't you?
Taken free.
Tekken.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, man. But yeah, you saw Taken 3.
As
That
I-
came out the same weekend.
Taken.
I didn't see this one.
Yeah, Taken 3, okay, so when we talk about Taken 2, that was awful as far as I'm concerned. Taken 2 was probably, believe it or not, my favourite one out of all 3 of the Taken films.
So what about Taken 3 then?
What about it?
Is it a worthy end to the trilogy?
It sucked. It sucked balls. It was decent in parts. My whole thing is this. Taken was such a freaking epic film.
The first one, yeah.
And then it went to a 12. And it was just like, from there on, it just went downhill. So it was stupid to do that with that franchise because it should have been kept at least at the 15 mark. Yeah, it was bollocks.
Third one stands, as far as I'm concerned, as the best one. Yeah, everyone says to me, you got that wrong. Like, the first one is the best one, then it's the third one, and then it's so on. But I just like the way it was paced, the action in it. I just
You
felt
like
that-
Taken 3 better than Taken 1? That's what?
Yeah, dude, I did. I prefer. I've got a really weird taste in films.
Obviously.
Yeah, but Taken 3, just action-wise, just the way, as I said, it was paced, directed, I just preferred it as an overall film.
Yeah, poor Liam Neeson, man.
Fluffy crap.
Predestination. I never got to this, but I keep meaning to check it out.
Do you know what? I've seen Predestination and for the life of me, I can't even fucking remember it.
That says enough. So yeah, later on in January we had American Sniper. We got to see that.
I
Bit of
did
a
not get to
controversy.
see that.
Did you watch anything this year? There's two arguments here. There's the depiction of the man, which everyone seems to think wasn't accurate.
Mr.
But then there's
Eastwood.
also the movie itself. Was it a good movie?
It was a good movie. If I'm marking it just on the movie,
I found it disappointing. I didn't see what the
I
fuss was
thought
about.
it was a good movie.
You saw American Sniper.
I did see American Sniper. I found it long and boring.
You know what?
Did not
Because
see
it's
what the
so
fuss
slow, and I think a lot of people are probably expecting a lot to happen, especially when they read Sniper. But to me, yeah, no, it was a good film. It was told well.
It was a massive success, partly, especially in the States, partly because of patriotism and all of that. But Clint Eastwood is really losing steam as a director, in my opinion. And this movie was just,
Yeah, I know, guys. Hey, dude, I know what you're going for, because that's how I felt when I was watching it in the cinema. And not just that, it kind of gets on my nerves when I don't mind it so much, but I see too many patriotic films. And I'm seeing so many that now it's now getting to the point that I just need to see something fresh. And I think that was one of the main reasons why I was bogged down. Didn't mind the directing, didn't mind the story, it just didn't do it for me as well.
you didn't like Paddington, did you? This was like another one of those surprise hit of the year. Why did you not like Paddington?
Paddington was going to be a hit whether I liked it or not.
Not necessarily.
And it was because it's Paddington.
Yeah, exactly. Time, it's dated. The fact that it did well was a surprise. No one expected that.
But I don't know why. It still resonates with like really annoying middle class kids.
Well, the surprise here was that it worked in America as well, not just over here where it's a,
Yeah, no,
it's a
I'm
British
sure.
thing.
I'm sure it did because it was great looking. It looked vibrant. It was Paddington the bear coming to life for the first time,
And you hated it.
But the film itself had no substance. It was shite. However, if I was a child, would I like it? Yeah, maybe.
Okay, near the end of January, what else we have? We had Black or White, we had The Lost, Project Almanac. We saw Project Almanac.
I saw Project Almanac.
We saw it as well. The one with the time travel with the kids. Because what?
Oh no, and they see a video, don't they?
Oh,
of, like,
that.
of him being the main character, of being at his 7th birthday or
Yeah,
something.
in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that.
It's actually pretty fun. I liked it. I didn't mind it. It wasn't great, but
It was an hour and a half of like decent entertainment. I keep hoping to see another Butterfly Effect type film every time I see these. Nowhere near as good, but it was enjoyable.
That's actually a good comparison because that's what happened. He kept trying to go back and fix all the things that he kept changing. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
But it's the ones that I didn't mind. Like, I've got this, I really hate this handheld motion.
You hate that?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why?
I didn't mind it to begin with, but now it's got to a point where I just think it's been rinsed. I really do.
I don't mind it.
You don't. I don't think I've seen that many that are like that. There are a few. This one I didn't mind, and after a while you kind of forget.
Yeah,
that's happening.
Well, with this film I didn't mind it, but it's you know and I actually enjoyed the film as well. Now that I'm looking back at it, but yeah, that shakiness is slightly a bit annoying for me.
All of this for the love of a girl. That's what it always comes down to.
You know, if you're going to impress a chick and destroy the space-time continuum, you would do it. You know you would.
She was pretty hot, I ain't gonna lie. She was damn hot. It was damn hot. Let's get into February. Whew. Jupiter ascending.
Oh my God, was that this year?
Yes.
Oh my God!
February.
Load of rubbish, crap, bollocks.
Does this signal the end of the Wachowskis? Because you actually watched Sense8 though.
I did, and Sense8 was actually Sense8 is so deep, so deep. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but the notion of what they were, I can't even.
So there's still life in them yet.
Maybe just not for movies. Maybe
Really?
for TV
Oh,
shows.
shit.
Sense8 second season's coming next year. I'm looking forward to that. But Jupiter
else.
Ascending.
Yeah, that was a big pile of shit,
What the
man. That was a
fuck?
painful movie to watch.
You know what? I haven't seen it. However, I have watched the honest trailer about 10 times, and I can't make up my mind if I want to see this film or not. They made it look like it's such an epic movie that I need to watch it.
Yes.
But Silent did his usual, because I don't like you. Can't watch Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah. Well, what you remember clearly, you kept nudging me throughout that packed cinema hall because I was snoring.
Yeah,
you remember that?
The guy fell asleep.
Like for me, Channing Tatum, man, I don't know who keeps giving him roles.
The thing
because-
is, he was doing good up to that point. People were loving it. He was turning everybody around, and he made this movie.
Yeah.
And he lost you anyway.
Yeah, lost me. Even Hateful Eight, he was a bit like.
Oh, we'll get to that.
I did like some of the action scenes.
Dragons in leather jackets. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's Bowser's buddies.
Or what's that guy? Eddie Redmayne with his
Oh my God, the
yo, And it turns out that she was his mum, reincarnated. Let's skip to February 13th, and this is where shit starts to get a lot better. Not for the first one I'm about to say, but after that. In the week of February the 13th saw the release of 50 Shades of Grey, Kingsman, The Secret Service, Last 5 Years, and What We Do in the Shadows.
Didn't see Last 5 Years, didn't see What We Do in the Shadows. I watched Kingsman, freaking awesome.
You need to watch, I'm just going to jump
50
in.
Shades.
You have to watch What We Did in the Shadows.
Yeah?
Yeah, What We Do in the
I'll
Shadows.
add it to my list.
This is a film I only saw thanks to you guys later on in the year, but oh lord, it was a movie, a New Zealand fly-in-the-wall documentary that's basically about a group of vampires that live together in a house.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw half of it. Yeah, we saw it a couple of weeks ago. The vampire film where the documentary where they're living together.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah, we ran out of time. Yes, yeah. That was actually what we saw of it.
Yeah.
Was very good.
It was good though.
It was
Why would you
fantastic.
ever watch half of it?
Oh, it's just because of stuff just came up and it just one of those things.
Each Silent got a phone call and he had to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
One of those emergency
Yeah.
phone call
Yeah.
situations and you ran out the door. Yeah, you're doing yourself an injustice not by watching
Yeah,
it.
no,
It's,
I kept meaning to go back and finish that. I found the whole concept and idea just fantastic.
It's great. 50 Shades of Grey, the movie, or the first part. Did anyone get to see it? Beside me?
didn't.
I read about 100 pages of the book and decided I'm going to go nowhere near that film.
Well, I read probably about the same amount that you read, and then I still decided that, no, let me check this film out. Oh, Jesus.
The 50 Shades is for a bunch of middle-class, lonely women who are in loveless marriages who get excited by the thought of being dominated by their boring-ass husbands. They live the fantasy. It sucked. That's pretty much 50 Shades.
The end. For a movie that was based on Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah.
Do you know about that? No. Basically, the chick who wrote it basically wanted to write erotic fan fiction on Twilight. So she took the Twilight characters and made them fuck each other, basically. But then it turned out that she liked it so much, or it got such a good feedback online when she put it out. She thought, okay, let me actually put this into make it its own book. So she changed all the name of the characters.
Oh, right.
Changed the situation slightly, but if you watch it, it's all the archetypes all there. The woman is Bella, the guy is Edward. It's literally the same story back to front. It needed balls. Not literally on screen, but I mean, it needed to have more guts in its depiction of the sex and the acts, and it was just...
You heard it here first. Eddie wanted to see more balls.
Thankfully, 50 Shades of Grey was also matched up in the cinema. Probably not for box office, but it was good that we got to see Kingsman, Secret Service.
Oh my god, one of the gems of this year.
Oh, yeah.
Kingsman was all the way through that film. I don't know how you guys feel, but like, you nodding your head, I believe you completely agree with me.
Fantastic film.
Fucking
Great.
awesome.
Great.
The chemistry between the two main characters, spot on. And let's not forget about the action, the church scene.
So good. Gotta give it up for Matthew Vaughn, man. So Shane, though, would you have rather he stayed doing the X-Men, or you happy that he moved on to this?
This was a good film. This is the beginning of a new franchise. You know they'll be knocking out sequels for a while.
Yeah. The chick with the razor legs. She's actually, she's gonna be in Star Trek. She's that grey alien that's in that trailer. The one that's doing all the ass kicking.
Yeah, what's crazy about that was I heard that originally they were going to cast that disabled athlete for the role, right? The one that got done.
Notorious.
Yeah, Victorious. He was going to be Razor Legs, basically the henchman. Whew, could you imagine? Because it's literally around the same time the film came out that all these shit really started going on. That would have been amazing. That would have been...
But I'm happy with who they got for it.
I like her. She's also going to be the mummy, apparently, in the new Mummy film. So it's good things for her, man. She's doing well. Oh, and it was cool. Mark Hamill's...
Oh, yeah. That was... haven't seen him since, like, Return of the Jedi. And he suddenly pops out.
That's it. Bizarre thing is, in the comic, he's in the comic as himself.
Oh, right.
So you'd think that being in the film, he'd play himself again, but instead he just played the professor.
Yeah.
February the 20th saw the release of Hot Tub Time Machine 2. I'm not even going to speak on it.
I'll speak on it. Hot Time Machine.
I like
was
the first one.
Great comedy.
I enjoyed the first one.
Second coming out, I was like, yeah, really excited. And you know what? It was the biggest pile of crap. It was the worst. It was just like, let's just try and make some money off this thing and capitalize on how great it done and blah de blah. And it, like, geez, I don't know if it was a different director or writer. It just was shit.
Garbage. The first one had a shit ton of... There was a whole story how the first one got made. I won't even bother getting into it, man. But it was... The fact that that one got made was a miracle, but...
Yeah.
February the 27th saw the release of Will Smith's attempt to return to some sort of dramatic relevance with Focus.
What's the lead actress name in Focus?
Margot Robbie. The only reason to watch it, in my opinion. Fire. AKA Fire in the
I
Flesh.
will watch anything she's in.
Oh yeah.
She's a decent actress if you can get past looking at her. I can't. So I can't really rate her acting prowess. She just does what she does really well. Focus wasn't actually a bad film. It was just a sucky, pointless film.
1 hour and 45 minutes on Margot Robbie. I think...
Yeah, she will keep you go for.
Yeah, I could do that, man. I have no problem. I didn't really enjoy the film that much. I thought it was okay. However, the first, I believe it was, first 20 minutes, I was really getting into it. I wanted to know where this journey takes you. But after, I could throw spoilers in, right?
Yeah. It was after that scene, the football scene, where he had to try and guess who the next player on the field was.
Yes. So
that was when it got really.
And when he lets go of her, that's when it kind of just
goes into a mess. That's the thing. You're not watching it for Will Smith's star power. It's all about Margot Robbie. She's a star on the rise. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. There's a lot of fun in this. She's worth watching. She's what keeps us going, the momentum flowing. But as a movie overall, yeah. But in March we got to see Chappie. My name is Chappie.
Oh my God! Was that this year as well?
That was the first review of the first take. Chappie.
Chappie was good.
What?
It was good. It was enjoyable. It wasn't a great film, but it was enjoyable. And I love the South Africans, man. They're like on point. But yeah, Chappie.
You're the only person I've known who likes that shit.
Yeah, no. It was fun. It was interesting.
Was friggin' horrible.
It was an interesting watch.
It was horrible.
It wasn't that bad.
This was such a rubbish film. And the shocking thing about it is that the director behind it, I know he hasn't had...
Neil Blomkamp.
Yes, he hasn't had the greatest track record.
But he started great with District 13.
Yes.
Oh yeah, District 13.
Does it?
Yeah.
District 13?
It's a shame
Was
that...
it District 9?
No, I think District 9
9.
is a game or something.
No,
Isn't it?
District 13. 13.
Yeah, no, it is District 9.
Oh, it's 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is District 13? Oh, Hunger
That's a
Games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chappie. Hey, yeah, Chappie. If I could do a South African accent, that's
Fucking Irish.
Chappie. That's what.
So you're the one person that liked Chappie then?
It was alright. It wasn't like a film I would watch again. But from what I watched, it was like it was alright.
Bringing in Diane Wood to be like the human stars of this film. What the fuck? What the fuck? You were the one that exposed me many years ago to that. Was it Enter the Ninja?
I need your protection.
So if you told me then that these people would be in a major blockbuster movie, what?
But you must have seen the interviews around the time they became famous.
Oh, man.
You knew they were heading for Hollywood.
The other thing is that they had a bit of a crew in that film, man. They had a bit of a cast, didn't
Yeah,
they?
Hugh Jackman was in it.
Yes.
And his mullet. Which was basically a separate character in itself. Okay. Agree to disagree. You're wrong, but yeah, okay. March 13th saw the release of Cinderella, Run All Night, The Cobbler, and It Follows. Which of those impressed you the
The
most?
Cobbler was shit.
Yeah, that man's dead. His career is donezo.
I don't know why they keep giving him money. Netflix, like, fix up.
I know, ridiculous
I like Adam Sandler, but he's shit. That's just the long and short of it all. He's shit.
Maybe he shouldn't be in control of his movies. Maybe he should just be an actor for hire in other people's shit rather than trying to be the director, producer of the whole shit.
Yeah, but he keeps making money, doesn't he? Somehow.
Then March saw the release of Cinderella, Disney's live-action adaptation. Then you get to see it?
Yes, I did. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly pleasantly surprised by it.
I've got a story. Can I go into a bit of a story for this?
Keep it going.
Right. So there were these two white kids, my boss's two white kids that
Racist.
No!
What importance does them being white have to do with this story?
Well, I'm going to explain.
Two kids.
Can you wait until I finish the story? So, what the girl wanted to go watch Cinderella, and the boy said he wanted nothing to do with it. I convinced them both, and off we went to watch it, right? Now, I'm walking into Cineworld, into the cinema, with these two white kids. Man, they're little kids, dude. They're like, well, one's 8 and one's 6. Like, a 12 and 6. Or 12 and 8, I was walking in.
You kidnapped a 12-year-old in the city.
Mate, I'm telling you, people on their phones looking at me.
Yeah,
like I kidnapped them. Anyway, what did I think of this film? And those kids, what did they think of it? They hated it. However, I really enjoyed it. I like the way this was directed. I like the Cinderella story. Grew up with it. I always thought that I was Prince Charming.
Prince Charming who dreams about Wookiees.
Exactly. Oh my god.
But as a directing piece, as an overall film, I had a lot of fun with it.
And then we saw this one. Liam Neeson back again. Playing Liam Neeson. In...
Yeah.
Remember the name?
Wait, Liam Neeson's film?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Fly.
Fly.
Was the name Fly?
No, that was like 2 years ago.
Oh boy.
That was non-stop. Yeah, that was like a good 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this was Run All Night.
Oh my god, of course! Run All Night!
And he has the son.
Yes!
And they're in trouble and everything.
Yes.
Huge.
Yeah.
Does he have a certain set of skills in this movie?
He does.
Yes.
He does. He's like a tough guy who used to be... He's like a drunk.
No, he used to be a cop.
Yeah.
And then because he shot...
No, that was Walk Amongst the Gravestones.
Was it two?
Yeah.
No, we saw that day.
Run All Night was the one where he was like a former gangster, sort of tough guy, but his son wanted to... I can't remember... Shit, let me
No, I know the story. Yeah, it's all coming back to me. So, yeah, he is a bit of an alcoholic, and the guy that he represents is this badass gangster. They're good friends, but he has a son. The gangster dude has a son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, that's how it happened.
I don't mind the Liam Neeson zone. You know, these sort of action movies he's starting to do. Like, he's been doing it for fucking 10 years now. But I don't mind him. Non-stop, the one on the plane, I don't mind him.
It's just every time you hear him talk.
Yeah, he just plays the same shit.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I enjoy his films. Sadly, Jason Statham can't hit that zone with his ones. His action films was... Even though it's Spy, we'll get to that, but yeah. I liked it, I ain't gonna lie. It didn't do very well. Reviews weren't so great, but there was a certain thrill ride, just hands up, guilty pleasure aspect.
I think with Liam Neeson films, you just got to go in there not expecting too much.
Nope.
And most of the times when you walk out of his films, it's like you're kind of pleasantly fulfilled.
You don't expect much. You go in thinking, Liam Neeson movie. So when it's not bad, you think, it's a Liam Neeson movie.
Yeah.
So the same month as Cinderella and Run All Night was also It Follows.
Oh my god, dude, let's just pack up right now and watch It Follows, because that was one of, if not the best, horror-ish kind of films of this year.
Nah, it was a straight up horror. I can't even say horror. It was a full-on horror movie, but it was just more subtle in its telling. It had a retro vibe to it. It felt like an old 80s movie. Especially with the soundtrack. It had that sort of electro keyboard synthesized sound. It was a fun film, man.
Yeah.
It tends to be a bit of a love or hate thing for most people because of the way it tells the story. It's not like a full-on gore or jump scares. It's
like you said, it's done in a really subtle way, and it's presented. It's like the crazy thing about this film is that nothing ever, to what I can remember, jumps out at you, but the suspense, the slow build-up,
like people
and the
be
pacing.
talking, and then in the background, someone will be walking, and they'll be getting closer and closer, and you think, is this it? Is this it that follows? Yes, it follows you, this unknown entity, and once it gets to you, it will kill you. But the thing is, it can only walk. It can't go at any faster pace. than walking speed. So you can get as far away, but the thing is, it never stops. So no matter where you go, you eventually will have to sleep.
So
It
even
will
if I
catch
get a
up.
plane, go across an ocean.
It will follow you.
It will
somehow. And you think, oh, it's thousands of miles away. I don't have to worry anymore. You think you can forget that, but eventually it will catch up to you.
Right.
And once it gets you, you're done. But you can pass it on to somebody else by sleeping with them, and then they're the one it follows. But once they die, then it goes back to you.
If they haven't slept with anyone.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's this thing that will always be there in your life, always in the back of your mind. Once you see someone walking towards you in the distance, that could be it. You don't know. That's where the paranoia comes from, and that's where it becomes such a head fuck. It was a good film.
Yeah,
I
it
liked
was a
it.
lot of fun.
I'll watch it.
So you never saw It Follows? No. Best horror movie of the year, in my opinion.
I wouldn't watch a horror film.
Oh yeah, you're a scaredy cat, innit?
You can call it that if you want to. I wouldn't call it a scaredy cat. It just it fucks with my aura. So yeah.
Why? You don't get the adrenaline flowing, the heart pumping, wanna feel
The
alive.
exorcism of Emily Rose destroyed that. There was things in my house trying to get through. I'm not lying to you.
Said it once, say it again.
Never again.
Any ghost in the home, come hang out at Eddie's.
Yeah. By all means, do go with him when he leaves, please.
They're good.